There's a big question looming right now in the air for many people. Maybe you're one of those. And that's what will happen if the United States will attack Iran with the crypto market, all for the matter, and with all the markets, right? Will it be bad? Is something's going to happen if the United States is going to attack Iran and help them? Because as you know, probably heard about it, there's a internal revolution attempt right now by the citizens of Iran against the regime, and they're trying to overthrow it. Okay, and Trump multiple times have said that if the regime is going to, you know, um, be bad towards the citizens, meaning shoot at them and be very very nasty, let's call it. Okay, it's YouTube, so we can't say too many bad things over here. But then Trump is going to help and the citizens in the revolution, right? So it's a valid fear to have. So I'm here today to discuss this, show you a few examples of the past 2 years of what happened, what actually happened when something like that happened, and what do I think will happen if indeed the United States will attack Iran this time. Okay, so let's dive into the Bitcoin chart first and see some of the examples that we have right now in front of us. So this is the Bitcoin chart, as you know, and I'm going to start showing on it a few of the attacks that happened. For example, so in April 2024, there was, I think there was the 1st of April, was the first attack of Iran over Israel. Okay, so I'm going to just mark them and we're going to talk about them. October 1st, 2024. So it's here. Iran attacked Israel again. Operation True Promise 2. If this was True Promise 1, True Promise 2. Third, and we're getting towards the 12-day war that they have in June. So I think it was roughly, was it? Yeah, 12th of June. That's when Israel attacked Iran. And it was like it was like 12 days, the 12-day war, of course. And then, the grand finale of the 23rd of June, actually 22nd of June, 22nd of June is here when the United States attacked Iran. Okay, so let's dive into it. So the 1st of April, that's the True Promise 1, as they call them. As you can see, on the day when it happens, we had a small, move down. So people got frightened, sold 7% of Bitcoin, but we were already in a sideways move. So the Iran situation wasn't the trigger for this sideways move, but it did make the market go a bit down for a minute, maybe even more if you want to attribute this lowering range to this specific incident of Iran. I think it's more broad than that. I do think it's the Middle East issues, but of course with tariff talks already, not tariff talks being done, but I think it was on the talks already. So a lot of things happened over here. Okay, actually no tariff talks over here. So it was mainly in wars, Middle East, Russia, Ukraine, what will happen, because this was still a Democratic Party ruling over here, and so on and so forth. Then they attacked again the True Promise 2, and as you can see, again, we had a small sell-off of, again, 7%. But look, lo and behold, these two attacks, even though they had a short-term reaction, did not hurt the longer term trend, which eventually, made another 70-80% up later on in just a couple of weeks. Okay, and then we did have the 12-day war, and these days where United States attacked Iran, with the B-12 bombers. So I would expect that this is where things will either go to shit land, let's call it, to crapto land, but they didn't. Yes, the market went down in these days, but again, not too big at all. And afterwards, we had another rally up, indicating that even though these incidents and wars, they do have carrying power towards the market, but it's very short term, very, very short term, nothing that impresses the market too much or the trend too much. Bottom line, it's not the Iran incidents that caused the trend to reverse on one point or another. It's other things, not the Iran situation. Okay, so therefore, even if we right now, this is where we are right now. So therefore, even if we do have an attack, and by the way, there's an attack, on the talks right now, and still price is kind of favoring going up. I believe that any attack of the United States on Iran, if happens, I don't know if it will happen or not, and then a retaliation by Iran back to any of the areas they can, whether it's Israel or whether it's U.S. bases in Iraq, Syria, Kuwait, or whatever, will be met with maybe a short sell off, but it won't interfere with any type of trend. All right. It won't be a determining factor of whether we go up and down in a trending factor, even not for more than a couple of days. Okay. Just it will maybe give you a day sell off, maybe 2 days, or so maybe not even that, but that's what history have shown that the Iran situation maybe gave a small sell-off of a day or two, and that's it. It didn't reverse course, it didn't change trend, it didn't affect the market or markets too much at all. So my analysis is that even if the United States interferes, which still I don't know if it will happen, has a somewhat of a probability, I don't think it will hurt the trajectory of where Bitcoin wants to go or the market wants to go. And more, if the Iranian people succeed, I don't think it's going to be bad to the market at all. If anything, it will be a good thing because the market will realize that the threat in the Middle East is much less. So probably oil can be, have a more step towards it. It will increase in price, which will in turn probably take the dollar down, and then risk assets can go higher in price because of that. So if anything, it can be good midterm. Okay, longer term, the trend may remain the trend that is predominant right now. What the trend wants to go, that's where the trend is going to go. Okay, so we need to wait and see exactly where that goes. Bottom line, even if an attacks happen, I don't think you should be worried too much. History of the past 2 years has shown that it has maybe a short-term sell-off, and that is it. That is it. That's my verdict. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching. Until next time, no edge, no trade. Cheers, everybody.